Ladies and gentlemen, come gather round, come gather round, come gather through all around. Today, we're going to have this, which I've never had on this truck, a door that actually opens. Let's go! So this is the driver's door mechanism. You're kind of looking at it upside down, the latching push button thingies at the bottom, but this little corner, oh, come on, show it again. I'm removing the springs to make it a bit easier to see, but there's a significant chunk of this latching mechanism that is like conspicuously gone. And we're going to put it back. I know you can buy these, they're relatively cheap, but I can fix it for free. And if it doesn't work, then I can buy another one. Because if I fix it and I win, hey, it saved me money. And if I can't fix it, well, it was broken anyways, and I didn't really lose anything. I'm going to TIG weld it, just because I'm a little bit more methodical and systematic with that. You could MIG weld it. You could probably stick weld it. I wouldn't. But I'm just going to build it up a bit by bit by bit by TIG. It's a little bit slower and less likely to spatter and booger nugget all over the place. So I'm just building it up and building it up and building it up so that I can have a little bit of a corner again. This won't be hardened metal, but clearly it wasn't hardened before. You can see the passenger side and what it's supposed to look like. I'm using a pair of outside calipers to kind of get an idea of how big I need to go. Having done body work on these trucks, they are largely drunk and not even symmetrically drunk. So it probably doesn't matter. Just make it fit. So I'm just using TIG, probably ER 70S2 filler rod would be my guess. Doesn't really matter. You could use a coat hanger if you wanted. Probably not much different metal than what's already there. There are a couple other pieces missing from this latching device, which I don't think I showed you. Or did I? I must have. This was one big long video. Well, I guess we're going to find out together what I did. I have no idea what I did. I am taking a long time to get the tools I needed. So, zip disk, one of my favorite tools. In my PowerPoint notes that I show students on tool safety, I talk about not wearing gloves while using power tools, but I also show a picture of my thumb after a zip disk sawed its way through a glove and my own thumb. Because you can always be a good example to people. And I know, I recognize you should not wear gloves while using power tools, but I like to protect my skin with somebody else's skin. Secret, don't put your fingers in there. You'll probably be okay. So I'm trying to get the shape that I need to make sure this thing kind of latches properly. It doesn't look to me that these things come any further apart without significant disembowelment. So I'm just trying my best to get in there and give it some shape. A little bit of measuring with the calipers, reshaping, and just play with it until it seems to latch pretty nice. No idea what these even cost new. But fair bit of monkeying around to make it work, and comparing to the passenger side, which did work fine, although the door keys I got with the truck didn't open that door either. In fact, when I got the truck running, I drove it home with no keys at all. Don't tell anyone. Somebody out there is missing a set of keys. So, there's the fit, which I think is reasonably good. I'm reasonably pleased with the fitment of that. Then put the springs back on to help it kind of find its happy spot. The crazy, weird thing on the right-hand side there is part of the locking mechanism. And I'll show you how that works in a bit, once I get these springs back on. So, keep in mind this is upside down. The push button guy works that big lever on the other side. So currently I'm working on the locking mechanism, on how this vehicle can be locked so you can't get into it. They're not the most creative of locking devices here, I'll be honest. But it looks like I'm just doing a bunch of clearancing here and there and just trying to make it look and fit good. Or gooder.
All right, it's upside down. The push button from the door handle moves this little pin into a groove. There's these two little pins on either side that stop it from moving too far, those two pins. They were missing. You can see them on the latch on the right, but I had to weld chunks of metal on there to make it work. When you push the button, the spring... Yeah, so there's the push button. You push the button to unlock it, it unlatches, you open the door. When you're done, the little door striker pin thing moves the receiving part of the latch and everything locks itself back into place again. On the right-hand side of your screen, we got this crazy mechanism that rotates. It's kind of wedged on the end and kind of stops you from being able to push and open the door, unlock the door from inside. Kind of ingenious and kind of hokey. Spraying it with a zinc, not a zinc, etching primer. A real hardcore person would probably thoroughly clean these and blast them and everything, but I didn't. And then my door opening mechanism was right buggered. On the skanky looking one here is what I had. Somebody put some kind of crazy screw in there to make it latch because all the splines were gone. It just looks like death. And this wasn't terribly expensive. I think it was like 30 or 40 or 50 bucks. I don't remember. Bought a new one. Some say the new fangled aftermarket stuff is junk. Can't see it being any worse than the originals. So I'm going to give it a go. Let's see if it works.
And now I got doors that open. I have doors that open. They do open reasonably well. And they close pretty good as well. Not bad. The other side needs a little bit more adjustment, but we'll get there. And man, that works pretty good. And the door is locked. Ooh. Gonna roll the window down for this. Can I do that? Okay. So excitingly, this is how you lock the door. If that's open, that would be locked. But if I go and close this, I can't lock myself in. So I can close that, push that thing. This is now locked from the inside. And there's two ways you lock this. One, by pushing that lever to lock the mechanism. Two, by locking the doorknob itself. I got a key for this. Got it. Okay, so I got the keys. Oh, I've never actually tried this. So if I do that, so I've locked it with the key. I can go in here, unlock it, but the button is still locked. So there's two ways. Can I get out? If it's locked, it is. So this is the dangerous part, okay? If I've locked the doorknob, you need to think that through. So there we are. Let's keep it unlocked for now because I know things are going to go wrong. So anyways, thanks for watching. Take care, and we'll see you again.